Well, with the race so tight this year, the election's highly likely to come down to a handful of these swing states we've just heard about. Let's take a closer look now at the so-called battleground states with Florence Villeminot. Flo, great to have you along with us. Just to walk us through these states.
Well, let's take a look at those seven swing states that Charlie James was just telling us about. I'll bring up this map again. You can see them here in green. Now, they're commonly divided into what we call the Rust Belt here and the Sun Belt down here. Now, arguably the most important of the swing states is Pennsylvania here. You can see 19 electoral college votes. It's really hard to get into the White House without going through the Keystone State. Now, why is Pennsylvania so competitive? Well, in many ways, it's like a mini U.S. election in a nutshell here. You've got urban populations in big cities like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, and you also have rural populations. And so it means that candidates have really had to address all the key demographics and all the key issues of the election as well, whether it's the economy, inflation, immigration, reproductive rights, healthcare, everything has been addressed, and they've been campaigning there until the very last minute. So while we're in the area here, you've also got Michigan, 15 electoral college votes here. The candidates here have really been focusing on the large auto industry that's in Michigan. So they've been courting unions as well as working class voters. And also, Michigan is home to the largest Arab American population in the United States. And this could actually play into Donald Trump's favor, as there's been a lot of discontent with the Biden administration's approach to Israel's war in Gaza. And finally, you've got Wisconsin here. 10 electoral college votes. Often we refer to these as the big three, or the blue wall, if they vote for the Democrats, as they did for Joe Biden. Just to show you that how important Wisconsin is, the Republicans held their national convention there in Milwaukee, and Kamala Harris held her first rally there in July.
Let's move a little further south now, because there are two states there which are traditionally a little more Republican, but there's been a bit of a shift recently.
That's right. You've got Georgia here, 16 electoral college votes, and all eyes have been on Georgia since Democrats unexpectedly triumphed there in 2020. And it must be said, we heard a lot about Georgia in the wake of that, because Georgia was at the heart of a lot of lawsuits after the Republican Party's unsubstantiated claims of election fraud. Now, what's interesting about Georgia is the reason it's become a swing state is because of changes in the population there. It's become more diverse, and that's why it's turned into a swing state. And it's a similar story in North Carolina here, 16 electoral college votes. North Carolina is actually the only swing state that Donald Trump won in 2020, and it tends to faithfully vote for Republicans. But this year it's different because Kamala Harris is in the race, and North Carolina has a sizable black population. And also there's the governor's race in North Carolina, where the Republican candidate has had quite a controversial race, and so Republicans fear that that could actually impact the presidential race as well.
Moving further west, two more swing states left, including Arizona, as we mentioned earlier, the only swing state to share a border with Mexico. And in this state, 1 in 4 voters are Latin.
That's right. And you can see it here, Arizona, 11 electoral college votes. Border politics, very important in the state of Arizona, as are abortion rights. And it must be said that there is an initiative on the state ballot to enshrine abortion rights in the state constitution of Arizona. And so Democrats are hoping that it will push people to go out and vote, especially Democrats. And then you have Nevada here, 6 electoral college votes. So 6 might not seem like that much of a prize, but given how tight the race is, well, it really could be the kingmaker or queenmaker in the presidential election this year. It must be said that Nevada has the highest level of unemployment in the United States, 5.5%. So the economy has been the big issue here. This is the purplest of the swing states, but will it go red or will it go blue? We'll find out hopefully tonight.
Florence Villeminot, thank you very much for that, and we'll be speaking to you regularly throughout the evening. Now,